Well, I'd like to welcome everyone to our product release and launch event for our ActiveScale object storage system product line. Today, we're announcing some very compelling and exciting new capabilities around this product that really extend our data forever architecture and the value that we're bringing to our customers. Today, I'd like to cover a couple things. To start with a bit of an overview of Western Digital, and specifically the data center systems business unit within the company. After that, we'll go a bit deeper into the ActiveScale announcement, the product release that we're announcing today, and the new capabilities that we're bringing to market. Western Digital is a leader in the storage industry. We've had a long, many-decade track record of bringing innovations to market from the very first hard disk drive, the very first solid-state disk, innovation after innovation in NAND technology. The companies that have come together to form Western Digital underpin many of the core technologies that the industry relies and trusts today to hold the world's data. The company's in a very strong strategic position going forward to continue to lead this global evolution of the storage industry. We have a very broad storage portfolio. Many people know the company for our underlying NAND technology, our underlying hard disk drive technology that spans from consumer markets to commercial markets to enterprise markets, a range of products from embedded and removable products to consumer products to SSDs and HDDs. And today I want to talk specifically about our systems, our platforms and systems lines of business. We have a very broad patent portfolio that's ranked among the world's strongest among all companies. And we're very vertically integrated as a company. We build on our own factories our core NAND technology from the wafer up and our hard drives from the aluminum platter up. This vertical integration gives us great control of our supply chain, allows us to innovate faster and bring great products to market. Today, I want to introduce a new concept, a new identity to something that we take very importantly inside the company, this notion of symbiotics design. Symbiotics design is really this idea of vertically engineering from the base media layers all the way up through the end customer experience in a data center, products together. Engineering teams cross-functionally working together to engineer better products. It starts at the basic level of the component, whether it's our NAND technology, our controllers that go in there, the significant amount of firmware that go into these products to turn transistors and storage bits into products for customers. This all begins at the device layer. From there, it builds into our devices business, whether it's a solid-state disk drive or a hard disk drive, whether it's heads and media, read channels, controller technology, significant software investment across these device engineering teams, the mechanical design of these devices. This is all done holistically across cross-functional engineering teams, working together to bring better products at every layer of the technology value stack. From there, our symbiotics design capabilities extend upward into our platforms business, our JBODs, our JBOF, our storage server nodes, where we integrate our SSD and HDD devices into our platforms, but not just from an arm's length perspective. We engineer these products together from a power and cooling and vibration tolerance perspective, delivering, frankly, better products to market with longevity advantages, durability, and lower cost of ownership. The full expression of symbiotics design is really at the system layer. Our ability to engineer from the transistor and the platter of a disk drive all the way to the end customer experience in an enterprise data center is important. It's unique. It creates compelling opportunities for us to deliver unique value to the market. Again, performance, availability, data durability, media longevity, and managing it over, frankly, the ability to extend its life cycle much longer, all reduces cost of ownership and storage administration and management costs in the data center. This idea of symbiotics design is unique to Western Digital, and it's one of the things that really makes us different and the ability to bring unique capability to the market. I wanted to frame for you the data center systems business unit and what I consider to be our core capabilities as a business. It all begins with products. We focus on two primary segments of the storage market with our investments. Primary and secondary storage, primary workload, primary data center, secondary data center capabilities with our systems products, our platform products, specifically the IntelliFlash products from Tegile and our platforms business. In the cloud scale arena, the other fast-growing part of the storage market, we're focused on our ActiveScale storage system, which we're going to talk about more today. Between these two, we really feel like we're covering the growth segments of the storage market. These are the areas where we're really investing our R&D. And that R&D is focused in a couple areas. One is system-level software, multi-protocol, scale-up, scale-out systems, all the way from block to file to object, fiber channel, iSCSI, SMB, NFS. We cover the spectrum of workloads and interfaces and use cases that the industry depends on today. I mentioned symbiotics design. It is a core part of what makes us unique and certainly a big part of our systems business. Additionally, in our systems business, we're also focused on some capabilities that allow us to bring better value to our customers. One is integrated design and test. Because we manufacture the drives and the SSDs and the systems in the same companies, we can overlap these value chains and actually accelerate time to market, reduce overlapping value, which effectively costs customers money. We can reduce those costs and deliver a better value proposition to customers. Because we maintain our own supply chain, we own the factories that we build the entire product in, we're able to insulate customers from supply and demand cycles in the industry, from the cycles where devices are hard to acquire because demand is far outpacing supply. As a company, Western Digital, focusing on our systems business, we can assure our systems customers that we can insulate them from these supply and demand cycles, the uncertainties of being able to get the next storage enclosure, the next storage system at predictable economics. Finally, we're also very flexible from a go-to-market perspective. We have our own system integration factory where we're building our systems, configuring them to order with not only our device technology, our software, our systems, but third-party ISV content, as well as third-party platforms in the industry, tailoring solutions for particular customers. And finally, flexible consumption options. We're very flexible in how we can engage customers from a commercial point of view, delivering a traditional CapEx purchase experience and various pay-as-you-go or straight-line lease constructs as well. So we know customers today want a flexible approach to how they acquire storage technology, and we have the capability of delivering that. Our portfolio spans, as I mentioned, these three lines. It begins with platforms, our JBOD and our JBOF, our storage server products. These really underpin the software-defined storage community, and they're the core building blocks that customers turn to when they want to do it themselves, when they want to build at least a component of their data center infrastructure by mixing and matching software technologies and our hardware into solutions. Our ActiveScale product line is our cloud product line servicing the secondary and unstructured side of the data market, and then our Tegile product line for primary data center workloads, the IntelliFlash product. Just a little more detail about each one of these product lines. Our platform line, very expansive portfolio of JBOD, JBOF, compute nodes, storage servers, again, powering the software-defined storage solutions in the marketplace. We have a couple of new innovative JBODs out, a 102 and a 60, both a 4U form factor, sharing many common design parameters, including patented technology and vibration isolation, as well as patented technology and cooling that significantly extends the life cycle of the hard disk devices that we're placing in these products. Our IntelliFlash product line, again, built for mission-critical primary data center workloads. The Tegile product is very adaptable to media, so we can deliver hybrid solutions all the way to very high performance, all flash and all NVMe solution to market, all with a common operating system, a common feature set, a single common user experience. The Tegile product line is built for primary workloads, virtualized workloads, performance workloads in mission critical applications. And finally, our ActiveScale system. This is our cloud storage platform, our object storage system. The P100 and the X100. These are scale-out and scale-up architectures designed to hold unstructured data, massive amounts of unstructured data. It's a core part of our architecture, allowing customers to confidently place their data on these platforms and manage and store it across multiple hardware generations. With that, what I'd like to do is introduce Stefan Vervat. Stefan is our Senior Director of Marketing and Solutions for the ActiveScale product line.
As you heard from Phil, we are committed to the enterprise business. And during this next session, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what that means to ActiveScale. ActiveScale has been around for 2 years, and With this 5.3 release, which is a major release for us, we thought it was important to create an identity for our product. So with ActiveScale 5.3, I'm very excited to announce a new logo, a new look and feel, a new bezel that identifies who we are and what we deliver to our customers. Today, we're very focused on delivering scalable solutions that can outlast the lifespan of the physical hardware itself. As you can see, the bezel's been designed to scale beyond a single rack, because as you look at how we deploy our products in the field, we are not focused on deploying 50 or 100 terabytes. We're looking at large capacities, customers that are storing large unstructured data sets because they want to mine them. They want to monetize their data assets. So for us, it was important to create that look and feel that grows with their business and scales beyond multiple racks. Now, as part of the 5.3 announcement, one of the major features we're announcing today is UDA, our Unified Data Access. Let's have a look.
Organizations are realizing the power of treating data as an asset to make better business decisions and stay ahead of competition. Repurposing data that was originally identified for one use and making it available for other uses means we need to create a storage structure where data can be shared. File storage may not scale very well, and it can be expensive. So for large amounts of data, let's take object storage. One way to get converged file and object storage is via a gateway. Think of it as a translator. Now we can share data. However, a file gateway may not take full advantage of the capabilities of the object storage. ActiveScale's Unified Data Access integrates the file interface into object storage. This lets you share file data without a separate management layer and external gateway boxes. This approach is great for petabyte scale analytics and other workloads. Unified Data Access is part of ActiveScale and is a critical tool to get the scale and economics necessary to make data an asset.
As you've seen in the video with 5.3, we're now announcing our Unified Data Access. What that means is that customers can now connect directly over NFS to our ActiveScale product line. And they can connect multiple applications and consolidate more of those data sets into a single platform. Now, 5.3, that upgrade is seamless. And not only is it seamless, you get the software for free, which means that as you upgrade over to 5.3, you get the extra functionality embedded into the product line. And it also means that for those applications where you used to need a gateway partner, you now can connect directly to ActiveScale. Now, the gateway partners are still relevant for certain use cases. They bring certain functionality and performance capabilities. But for those large unstructured data sets, definitely for customers that are looking at preserving data over very long periods of time, you can now directly connect to our ActiveScale. And for those customers, we have now an NFS v3 interface that can be used to connect multiple applications. Now, if you look at how we've implemented it, first of all, we took advantage of the global namespace, which means that as you scale out your ActiveScale, you will get extra NFS interfaces and extra performance, and all of these head nodes in the ActiveScale product line will give you that same look and feel, meaning that you take advantage of a global namespace. As you know, today with ActiveScale, we support up to 63 petabytes of capacity in a single namespace. So you'll get that same capability in our file interface. So customers can now create multiple buckets for S3, as for NFS v3, and connect those applications in the same platform. Now let's hear from Mark Peters, an industry analyst from ESG, on how to manage unstructured data sets with this new feature.
The unstructured data conundrum. Analyst commentary here invariably focuses on the usual suspects. Unstructured data is growing, and how you might choose between products. But here's the thing, whereas the IT, I as in infrastructure, vendors love arguments, IT, I as in information, users love congruence. Vendors invariably emphasize the how, whereas users are increasingly focused on the why. It's certainly true that there's a huge, rapidly growing amount of unstructured data. Consequently, vendors love to talk about how you should store it. They compare file and object and how to fix your file problem or your object problem. Now, while businesses often care about S3 and NFS from an application connectivity perspective, they're way less likely to care about file or object storage, unless it's to be peeved at using two systems instead of one. Their data is an asset, and so they care about expenditure on it and benefits from it, the ROI. And the value comes from the data itself, not the protocol used to store it. Now, yes, there are pros and cons of both file, say ease of application support, and object, say enormous scale. But neither applying a bandage, a gateway in front of either, nor expecting users to conduct full-on surgery and rewrite their apps is a viable approach to getting the best of both. We shouldn't be talking file or object problems, we should be talking data opportunity. Since maximizing the value of data assets is a prerequisite to fulfilling the promise of digital transformation. So much of that promise depends on big data, analytics, IoT, AI, and machine learning. But the hoped-for value is not going to be derived from continuing to apply these tools just to database and data warehouse environments, where we've done things like SQL queries for ages. Instead, it's about finding a way to grow the ROI from the burgeoning unstructured data oceans. Think weblogs, app dev in S3, and so on. Indeed, as an ironic aside, to understand how mixed up we are in this regard, you need only consider that structured data is that which makes sense to machines, that's IT, whereas unstructured is what appears to have structure, meaning, value, to people and organizations. Users simply want to be able to store and access their unstructured data, their most vital contemporary digital asset, in some unified, easily accessible manner, whether on premises or in the cloud, period. Now, before you think I've lost all connection to or appreciation for the underlying technologies, let me be clear. Infrastructure's capacity and performance are still foundationally crucial, but we're not constrained by a lack of available infrastructure as we were decades back. Today, business drives IT, and the focus for a data ecosystem is to balance growth, access, and economics to optimally serve data according to its value to any business operation at any time. It's to enable appreciating value from data assets. That's the why, by mitigating or removing artificial how barriers between such things as file and object on-prem and cloud. Again, storage protocols per se have no direct correlation to business success. So, what should you be looking for to address the headaches that accompany unstructured data growth and management? One answer is a single, multi-protocol, unstructured data silo. Choose a long-term, flexible, scalable, shareable platform, not a point product or protocol, and ensure the platform has the necessary technology foundations to enable full data interchangeability. Western Digital's ActiveScale is such a platform. With it, Western Digital talks of the concept of a data forever architecture. But there's actually more. It's also data wherever and however. And that's key to switching from debating the relative technical merits of file and object storage to focus instead on maximizing the unstructured data asset opportunity.
As Mark mentioned, it's important to have your data everywhere. Well, not really. It's important to have your data at the right location at the right time on the right media. And as part of ActiveScale 5.3, we are finding new ways to deliver that data at the right location. So one of our major features in 5.3 is the ability to replicate to hybrid implementations, or in this case, an Amazon S3 bucket. So with 5.3, we support embedded into the system a hybrid replication capability, which allows our customers to replicate not only between two ActiveScale environments, but also between an ActiveScale and a public Amazon bucket. And we can do that from a single geo or a 3 geo deployment and replicate it to an Amazon bucket. Now, that's delivered within the product. It comes for free. It's also enabled on every single one of our systems, which allows you to scale up your replication as you grow your business. Now, customers do it for two main reasons, right? I mean, the obvious one is for disaster recovery. A lot of customers are replicating data to the cloud where the data can rest for long-term purposes as an archive repository. But more and more, we see customers replicating data because they want to monetize it, because they want to find new insights. And as data assets become more important, it's also important to connect that to those public cloud services that you can scale up or down with your business. So customers can now configure it on a bucket level and can tune for those data sets that they find important to replicate to the cloud. And there you can monetize it in different ways. The second way to optimize and find more insights or optimize the way your storage infrastructure is implemented, we looked at how we could bring more of the actions or performing actions closer to the storage system. And when we looked at our customers, one of those ways to do it is by bringing more of that functionality closer to those storage assets. So if you look at the data assets today, as you reach those large petabyte deployments, sometimes it's easier to bring the compute closer to the storage and bring the actual application that's performing those actions closer to the storage system. So with this release, we're announcing Docker support for a select set of applications for a select set of users that would like to run some of these actions closer to the storage stack. So contact your representative to talk and discuss how we could work on this together. Next, we're constantly improving our economics. It's core of our business is to give back higher efficiencies, better densities, better cost structure. And we're doing that here as well in the 5.3 announcement with our 12 terabyte drive support. With this release, we're also supporting more of the government environments with our FIPS support. So by the end of 2018, we'll be delivering FIPS supported drives into our ActiveScale product line. Next to our software features or hardware features, we're also delivering new ways to deliver better support to our customers. And so with 5.3, we're announcing 2 new service partner programs, one for professional services, one for certified support capabilities. So this will allow our partners to create new services around our product line and deliver better customer experience to our customers. We'll support our customers and our partners in different ways through the tools that we provide through our channel partner program and allow for better, more integrated services back to our customers. Now, in summary, let's have a look what 5.3 has to offer. We talked about the logo. We talked about the new packaging. We talked about 4 major features. One of being file interface, unified data access, brand new interface, brand new capability that will open up a lot more use cases. We talked about replication, the ability to replicate to cloud and monetize your assets through those web scale services that you have available in Amazon. We talked about the Docker container capability to bring actions closer to the storage infrastructure. And we talked about disruptive economics, how we continue to improve our efficiencies and deliver more cost efficiencies back to our customers. So with that, I'd like to hand it over to Phil for closing remarks.
So in summary, today we talked about the exciting new capabilities that we're introducing with the ActiveScale 5.3 release. I began with a discussion of Symbiotics Design, the unique capability that Western Digital has to vertically engineer and vertically innovate from the media layer all the way to the end customer experience in our systems. I also talked about our platforms and systems portfolio from our JBODs and JBOFs compute nodes all the way through IntelliFlash and the ActiveScale lines of business, spanning primary and secondary and cloud scale workloads in the industry. And then Stefan introduced and talked in detail about the ActiveScale 5.3 release. We're really excited about the capabilities we discussed today and introduced today, extending our data architecture with unified data access, our hybrid cloud capabilities, our Docker container capability, bringing applications closer to the data, and then the continued progression of our media technology capabilities with 12 terabyte drives and FIPS drive support. And with that, we'd like to close with a video showcasing how Western Digital uniquely builds environments for data to thrive.
We believe in the promise of data, the promise to create a world that's more precise, clear, predictive. That's why, at Western Digital, we help you discover the possibilities of data so that you can succeed in your mission. Western Digital delivers products to capture, preserve, access, and transform your mission-critical data in controlled and hostile environments. Our 3D NAND flash products enable real-time analysis and decisions for faster responses, and our object storage systems provide fast access to petabytes of imaging and big data content to help you analyze complex scenarios, gain critical insights, and predict outcomes with precision. Everywhere data lives, from advanced data centers to mobile sensors, to remote and edge environments, our industry-leading solutions help deliver the possibilities of data. Western Digital, creating environments for data to thrive.